afternoon.
Hello.
Are we ready for some fun creativity time? I just love taking a really simple, fun fold and then turning it into something new. And this was new to me. I have been doing bookbinding cards forever, years and years and years. You know how we go sideways? And we call it a bookbinding because it opens like a book. But just switching it up and turning it sideways gives you a whole nother stand-up card. And I just thought it's kind of like a tent card, but it stands up like that. And I just thought, how fun. So we're going to take a simple idea and switch and do this today. We are so glad to have you join us. And this card start, let's see. I think we're all good. Let's come down here. The inspiration for this was a card swap card from Kathy Morgan. So big shout out to Kathy Morgan. And I thought, why haven't I ever done this? We talk about turning a card from one way to the other, horizontal to vertical. I've just never done that with a bookbinding. So tell me if you have. This might be a day where I'm just totally behind and everyone's done it but me. So that's already fun. Oh, Carlos has her paper cut, all ready to go. Okay, I love what Kathy did. And this is really a stepped up card. So I'm making simpler cards like I usually do. And I'm using squares. So it's always easy to get your measurements, but I just want to point out all the details of what you can do with this. And then I will show you how to do a ribbon like that too. But I just think this is really an exceptional card.
And I invented one that is upside down and it opens like that.
Oh, okay. And then let it go. Is it going to be a good display card? Oh,
well,
we need a little thing, but isn't that just lovely? I just think this is just really fun.
I should get an A for effort.
Oh, okay. And then we just have another little version of a stand-up card. Cheryl says we don't read vertically. Yeah, I think we all just kind of, I know I do. I better speak for myself. I just start doing the same cards over and over, and I have my go-to. So just a fun little twist. I know we've done these where they flip open. We've done all kinds of things. So just another sweet little variation in different ways of putting it together. And this is my simplified version. I love the snowman, and this is from the same cute set with these guys, and I just simplified mine so mine can be a birthday card. So I could do this as a birthday card. I need a lot of birthday cards. So let us get started. And all we need, your base card for this is just half a sheet of cardstock. So it's 4 1/4 by 11. And we are going to score at 5 1/2 by 6 3/4. Now, I always like to visualize things. So you can do this in 6 by 3/4, or I was just like to show when we're doing a bookbinding card, we're looking for a square here. And since this is 4 1/4, I can also do this, turn this around and make my 4 1/4 square. So I often do things like that because I just think visually, okay, there is my thing. So then I don't need to remember any measurements. Otherwise, I need to think, I got to add that 1 1/4 inches. So,
but
okay.
Your visualizations are limited to this way and not this way.
No, you do it.
Up until today.
Tim, yes.
Today.
Because bookbinding, doesn't that sort of mean like reading a book?
I think so.
So anyway, it's just kind of a fun little idea. So to get started, I am going to hold this down with.
Did you find that? Because I borrowed it.
Oh, you did? I think I found another one because one was disappearing. So I went and opened a new pack.
I have one.
I don't think to ask Tim if he's been into my craft supplies.
Oh, but I do. I love it.
But I guess I need to. I need to start doing that. I like to do this as visually, or I like to use glue stick. The glue pen, because that will also dry.
This is the best.
Okay, so I'm going to put this on.
Like the red ones when they were out.
Oh, those were flying all over the hose back when we had red ones. Oh, you have a good memory, I guess, on some things.
Huh?
Okay.
Those.
And then I'm going to burnish it. That just means I'm going to just really fold this here. Okay. So then this is for me to decorate. And of course, we're going to do some.
Could you call this an easel card?
You could.
Yeah.
It's not the standard way we describe an easel card, but you could make it that.
Isn't that like an easel when you?
So now for measurements, this is 4 1/4 square. So we're going to have two things that are 4 1/4 square, and one of them is going to go on the inside of the card. You're going to see how I'm going to make a whole bunch of these cards later because I did a bunch of backings, and then we're just going to play with an idea. So, and then I have the same measurement right here. So another 4-inch square. And then I have, this is 1 inch because this is 1 1/4. So this would be 1 inch. You can always just measure. Now I'm going to do a second one that we're actually, let's see. So I'm going to score it again because we're going to add a layer and then it just kind of helps you. So this time I'm going to do 5 1/2 and I'm going to turn around and do 4 1/4. I'm going to do the same thing. And do you see how this is just copy paper? Always feel free to just make comments here, write any other note, measurements, anything you want. It's an easy way to keep remembering things and just put it away and have a little template. So we'll get this one done. And a quiet group so far, but we have people from Puerto Rico, people from all over. Boy, we are watching the Philippines closely. They've just really had some.
Yep. Our 2 youngest kids are from the Philippines.
Yeah. And we work with NARSH. And so we always watch the weather. So, okay. So this time I'm going to layer that on 2 other things. So we just have a choice to make because this is how we just always want to know it's so easy. If you have just this for your basic measurements and you ever want to step up, you just this is going to be the same. I did this out of the green, and then you're going 1/4 inch down again. So this is a 4-inch square, and my DSP is a 3 3/4 inch square.
So our family kind of includes 3 Filipinos.
But anyway, it's just devastating to. And then this, again, would go down and be 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so this is just to show the difference here. Next week we're going to be gone all week because we are going to be in Las Vegas for leadership. So we'll just send you some updates. But boy, watching all the air things, I'm not thrilled about traveling right now, but we'll see. Okay, so then I have cut out, this was the other side of this paper. So this is one of this new hobby thing. So I just thought, let's play with, okay, my favorite is this because this just looks like my chair. And I personally think that could stand alone. But see.
No, I agree.
But see, they both look good. What do you think?
I really like the backing on that one.
Okay.
Or in both of them, yeah.
Okay, so that's just a shout out to easily just change that to do that. But then this would be, I have cut out 2 of these the same. So, and that could either, I like that. Let's see. Or, there's other pieces in here too, but I just have a few because I just like to show how fun it is to, this maybe actually gives it a little more space. I'm going to put this one on here and this one on here. Are you okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to make this quick. I'm making a bunch of birthday cards today because I always need birthday cards. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to put this one on.
That's because we have a grandson that turned 14 today.
Yeah, I do. Our oldest grandson, one in Chicago. And then Hank here turns that in February. They're just 3 months apart. So it's pretty fun. Okay. So look at an easy thing. So this is, let's come back and look at things again. This is just designer series paper. And you can see just made it a little smaller. Look at all the things that you can just measure and make different. This, I just put a circle thing in the middle. This has the bird. So this is just kind of our basic layout. Okay. Laura said she's traveling this week too, and watching the news makes me nervous. Oh, I know. I said, yeah, we'll see. And if nothing else, I'll stay home, and that's okay too. So this is.
You will, but I won't. Or
yeah,
we will.
I'm sure you'd go to leadership without me. I think you would stay home.
But I have to hand out our swaps.
Okay. Now what I'm going to show you, this is that kind of place. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a bunch of birthday cards, but you know how I love to just take ideas and plan. These are all cutouts from this paper. And this paper is called, someone might have to remind me what it's called. Is it Jolly Delivery or something like that? So we're going to, this is the last card I'm going to make from scratch. And then I'm going to show you what I did. So check this out. I have a whole bunch here. We're just going to have fun decorating. So this is what I love about mass producing. You can do them in different sessions when you sit down, and that will just be fun. And then I have a couple of other ideas here. So we're going to do one more of this, and then I think we'll have this down.
And every once in a while in the evening, I say, Karen, are you in another session now?
4 1/4.
Because I watch TV and she does projects.
That's right. And he's gotten really good at asking me, is this a good time or are you busy, you know, if he's going to interrupt me, because I might be live. I might be on here. I might be deep in thought. You just never know. But
Or deep in thought.
Or deep in thought.
But I have a shallow mind, so it doesn't work to just assume.
Okay, so I'm doing the same thing. And I think we all have this down. So I would do a whole bunch. I do all the scoring. And then when I did these, then I added all of these, pressed them, and then I added the other pieces. And, you know, it was just, I did all that this morning. So it was just really quick and easy to do.
Can I just say that you're like halfway through a project, but look at how beautifully it turns out.
Yeah.
With just a couple more steps.
And totally different, but also the fact that each of these cards can be so different.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I love working with any paper. Like this would be a fun one too. There are all kinds of bits and pieces. So, and the same if you're using a stamp set. Often there are, like if you're using flowers, there's often 2 or 3 different flowers. So your cards still don't have to look the same. But I love doing it this way. So then I'm going to add, you know what, I'm going to, actually, we're just going to make one here. So I'm going to just do this. This one, so I used a bunch of this paper, which is from the same. And then I had just a little bit left. I had to get more of the snowflake paper. So I thought that would make an interesting background.
Did you run that through the machine?
No, it came this way.
It came that way. Wow.
So I also used some of those. And then
Do you know what that would be fun to do is put a little ink on top so they just jump
I
out
could
at
sponge
you.
it a little.
Yeah.
I could also take the Wink of Stella
Mhm.
and just make it a little sparkly.
Yep.
I better add the inside just so I don't forget it later. And then we're going to work on that top piece. Oh, I think that was a smaller piece. I meant to have that for something else. So I better try this, because we're just going to try a few variations. This is playtime, you know, so it is. So I chose this paper to use on the top of all of these. But I also did want to show, now I could add words here. I could add a long thing with words. I was also thinking I could, just looking at other ideas, I could do something like this, add the second color that's going to be put in here, and then add, you know, there are a lot of different things because I'm not putting words down here. So I could put my words up here. But I also wanted to show if you wanted to do a ribbon like this, which I think is really a cool idea. I thought we'll do this as a reminder how to do this. And it's still fine because you're just seeing little bits of color there. I'm not really accenting these pieces, you know, this particular paper. So I'm going to take this and let's see if I have my okay. So I am going to put this right in the back here, and I am taking my ribbon and I'm going to put one right on the back here. Get it squared up. And then I'm going to pull it and just look and see that, yeah, it looks like it's okay. Looks good. And then I'm going to put more tape right over the ribbon so it'll grab the other. But isn't that an easy way to add a little accent on the top?
Before you do that, do you put that on first?
Nope. I can put this on.
And slide it through?
And then I have 2 choices. Now she used this as some like this, and I thought that was really pretty. I love that idea. So I'm just going to show how to do that. But we can also do, so this would be one way.
So you weren't taping the ribbon down?
No, but you see how this will group it up, and then I can add a ribbon and do a little bow like that. Okay. And then I'll cut off. And then this is going to look like this. But I can also use more of this red ribbon. We love choices, don't we? I mean, really, when it comes down to it, it is just, I can also take this same ribbon now, put under here, and just do a half knot, which means I'm going to put this under. Now watch, I'm going to hold this. I'm not going like this because you see how that turns into they both want to, the center of attention here. So I'm holding this with my hand right here, and I'm only pulling this one. And to see how that gives you a nice flat bow right there.
Yep. So ribbon have a center of attention.
Yeah, mine do. My life has a center of attention too.
Yes.
And I don't think it's me. I think,
It's not me either.
yeah, I think. Okay. So now find a couple of fun ways where you can do the ribbon.
No words out here at all.
Now I can always add them. Maria, your 50th birthday is next Tuesday. Well, happy birthday. That's a big one. How fun is that? Okay. So now what we're going to do, let's just put a few of these out here. And we'll do a couple at a time here.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to look at these. And now I'm not planning to do these as Christmas cards. I'll do them for December birthdays. So it doesn't matter if they have some, like the houses on the other sheet are decorated kind of Christmas, but I didn't want to do a blatant Christmas thing. So the ones I'm particularly interested in would be like this. I'm just gonna pull a couple out to start with. If I go on this page, I love that we have 2 pages. I'm going to do a fun little
Tractor.
truck here. Or
No,
truck.
that's
I think
truck.
it's a
No,
truck.
truck it is.
And let's do a shop. I'm also going to pop out a house. See, I'm just popping out a few things to work with, but I'm going to look at this. I'm going to put this up because I might want a bigger. And there's all these little mailboxes that are just adorable. Let's do a couple of these. There's
Let's
this.
go back to the other one.
Okay.
There's too many of that one.
Okay.
Okay. Because I want to
Well, here, I'm going to give you one to make.
know if we can fit a dachshund on it.
Okay. Which one do you want?
Well, that's probably too long.
Let's see. This is where I just think things like this are fun because now having all those bases done, we can just make a whole bunch of these cards and use them up. I just think these are just the best kind of paper. That is
Ooh.
totally fine. So let's say, Tim, if you wanted that, ideas of what you could put in the background. Okay, so it's going to be Tim's card here. You could put a house if it's far enough, especially a smaller one. So it could be going by a house. You could be using any post office thing. You could use, the other thing you could do is if you've got like a tree punch or tree dies, trees would really add into these things too. What else? Anything else on here? You can have a little candy cane thing.
I don't know if this is the best. If there was more room, I'd have this falling off of the wagon. But that might be too abstract.
Well, but he could have delivered one by the house. Was that the
Yeah.
first one you were going with?
Yep.
That or you could also have another little animal coming here. Let's see if we have well, this is a cute little house too. So see which house fits better. Or do you
First one.
okay, like that. I was thinking because there's all these little animals. You could have a truck. You could have a truck coming, but that's starting to get too busy. No. Okay. But I was looking if there were any little animals here. So you could have this guy flying in. But actually, I'm really liking it like that. I actually think that this looks really good right here.
I do too.
And on the inside, so here's what's cool. This one that fell off could go on the inside.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. There we have it. Okay, so we're going to just do this one first.
Where's your? There it
Here's
is.
my little mat. We'll put this on the inside. And again, I keep bringing up if you craft with kids, but do you know, even if they're young kids and you do the base cards, look how fun they would have, telling their stories and deciding what's going to go where and all of that. So just a fun activity. I know a lot of people even at Thanksgiving, they'd like to have something afterwards for people to kind of work on. And then I can come back later. I can always add words. So I could always add a little sentiment with words. I'm just going to go a little faster, but I like that. And now if we took this, I'd like to take like this big one. And maybe with this, I like the white snow. Maybe I would just put that in the background. What do you think about that?
I'm a realist, so I don't think there's a lot of bears walking around in a.
Yeah, you have to get over that. Yeah. You have to get over that. You know, I could also, any of these houses, you know, if we wanted a house, but that was just too much, you could have cut and have half of a house, like he's just coming into town. I like that idea too. Do you like that idea? Or you just don't like a bear with it, but you know, have you ever seen a bear doing this?
But I like the black bear. That is really
okay.
Nice.
I love the black bear. Okay. So which of these, or go with a house?
Nope. I like the.
Like this? Oh, that's from the other sunset. While we're at this, I'm going to lay a few out now because we're just going to have some fun doing this. I can come back and finish the other.
Okay. How about this?
So you see, you can keep playing. And we can go back and look more. I don't have a big enough setup to show everything on here. And let's say if we did this and this. I love this. Okay. See, I like this truck coming in. We can add things. Do you see how many of these I can make? Now, I was thinking, while he's doing that, this is what I was thinking might be fun to try. And I'm going to be committed because I already put tape on it. Here's what I was thinking about some of these little things. Some of these little ones I thought were so cute, but they're so tiny. They'd be fun to put on the inside. But then I thought maybe they could be walking up a snow hill. So I'm gonna build a little picture here. We'll see. Let's see if this is my little snow hill.
Perfect.
All right. Okay. See, there we go. But how fun is laying these out? And then here, I was thinking we could do a second hill. So we have it going two ways. Okay. Just bear with me while we try this stuff. We'll see. I'm going to stick this under here. Will that work? Yep.
Karen, bear with me.
Bear with me. There we go. Bear with me. Oh, that would be good. We can use all kinds of things for this. I'm going to put this in. This is making my little snow hill. Hope you guys see this is just playtime. And oh my goodness, I did not get this on.
We did a lot of sledding.
Let me see.
Sledding with our kids when they were growing up.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. I would actually, you know what? I happen to have one more of these pieces. I'm going to do this because then I can trim it afterwards because it's just not going on the way I want it. So we're going to do this and just see if it works. And because see, I can trim my edge there. So here's what I was thinking, Tim. If I take out these the smaller animals. Thanks for playing vertical today, Lynn says, and safe travels. Okay, look at some of these cute little things. See, and he could be high. King on the mountain is kind of what I think of when I look at something like that. Let's look. He's going, so he could be going up this way. I'm just putting a bunch of these little ones out, and you look at it and see what you think. Now, we could have two of these going. See, these are the hills. So I think these guys are going up the hill that way. And maybe he's going up the hill that way, and maybe he's arrived. He can go up a little higher right up there. There's the finish line. I don't know. Okay, I'm just showing how we can play with things. Maybe instead we want a little house tucked behind in the background. Okay, we also have this guy. If we're going a little bit larger, he's pretty cute. And look, I didn't realize we have these going different directions. So we could have these going both different directions. How fun is this? And we have this. With this one, this would definitely make it a Christmas card, but that is adorable.
But here, let's get this out of here and put that one down.
Put something else. And let me see if anyone else is in motion here. We have a lot of them that are just sitting here. But I love this guy at the top. Like, that's the price. It makes me think of King of the Mountain. We can make pockets of snowbanks. Pockets of snowbanks. Yes, that makes sense. But look at all these fun little things. I thought, and this is one of my favorites, this little
Talk soon.
Yeah, and I think I would put him with a house because I think he is just so cute and he's delivering. Okay, so that's going to be that one. And let's say if we wanted this one to be with a house. And there's, you've got the vehicle. And if we wanted a house on this one, let's pick a house we haven't used yet. Oh, I like blue. I like going with colors that are just a little bit different, like the yellow one that you had in yours.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's cute. Now we might want to add more. We might want to add words. I could also just put a little snow down here. If we wanted him on a snowbank, or this even as a little sidewalk. So just note, we're just playing. And I think this is such a fun. Paulette says she got 2 packs of the DSP to make things with. So
This is a little abstract, but here's an idea. This is like rolling down the hill because it got knocked down, but that's, I don't think that would work.
Well, let's see. And then we will move on. If we've got these 2 going up, let's just make it these 3, and then this one falling over. That could be pretty cute, and especially if you find some words to kind of think about with it. So anyway, welcome to playtime. Now you can do the same thing with the hobby paper that covers all the hobbies, and I used that. This paper has cutouts. I love the Storybook Friends. That has all those. Those would be great. In fact, I had made one out of those. I don't know where I put it.
Would you mind just sealing those down now before we
this
we
one?
move on? Yeah,
Okay.
I like what I
Do you want either of them popped up? This is popped up. So let's pop these up. Okay. So any of those kinds of things, but you also saw the original one. So anything works on these. So I just wanted to end by just showing how fun it is if you're making stacks of cards to then just sit and do them in different ways. Okay. I do love that, how dark that is.
Mm-hmm.
It really is striking.
So do I.
So you're going to see on my website, you'll see the finished cards.
I like that.
So, okay. So we're gonna make some more, or at least I am. I think when the camera goes off, Tim disappears, but these are some fun things. But the idea, but also remember these that are just with paper. Anything works. It is just the style of a card. And of course, that is what the challenges for this week for over in the Back Porch Stampers. Someone always gets surprised. We just want to see your vertical bookbinding card. I'm going to clear the decks here. We have just, I think, 3 cards to share. But I think how fun. And now we're into November.
And do you know that it's really close to Christmas? Do you know how I know?
No.
I stopped at Starbucks today and they have their Christmas blend out.
Okay.
And I got a pound for my mark out. And I went to the grocery store and I pulled up behind a fire truck, and the firemen were getting out to go into the store to buy snacks. And I said, "Hey guys, do you want this?" "Oh, we would love that." So I just thanked them for their service.
Nice. All right. Our 3. Okay, so yeah, these are, this is such a busy, we all know we're coming into a really busy time of year, and it's fun to just have some fun, playful things to do.
Oh
my goodness. This is Catherine Wood. Look at this for Halloween. How adorable is that? There's a little felt pieces. That is stinking cute. Kathy, that is really precious. Okay.
What just fell out? Could have been a note.
I'll find it. And then Karen Moxick, I say this all the time, Karen, your name, but you're from Michigan. And this is beautiful. Oh, look at this gorgeous card. Oh, that is so fun. Ella's card stamp. Oh, look, we often talk about what do you do if you're sending a card to someone and they might not know how to do a fold up. Look at this. She put right in here. This card stands up. Place this edge down between levels. What a good idea, because someone else might not know that. And I thought that's really, I might even miss it just opening what we're saying in that, but that is absolutely stunning. Bible verse, gorgeous. And one more from Vesta Stream. And
it's inside out.
Oh, it's
I turn it inside out.
okay. I was gonna say this must be one to turn. Now Tim says he's turning it inside out.
Well, maybe I didn't.
No, he didn't. No, so it's totally right.
Oh,
How
my
many
goodness.
people does it take? How many Tituses does it take to open a
To
card?
figure out a card.
Oh, I love that. Look how the front.
2.
Yeah. Look how the front looks just a plain, and you do that, and that's beautiful. I love that idea. And to see how that stands just like that. Yes, we need to have a little bit of the light side of life. I know around our house, life has been feeling heavy, and I know for a lot of you too. And I thought, but it's so fun to just have some time to work with color, paper, design, and just enjoy being in each other's company. So make the most of it today. Let me know if you need anything. And so, and I'll see a bunch of you this weekend. That's tomorrow, our card play retreat. So it'll be a fun time to settle it in. Misty says, if I order by Sunday, do you think I have time to receive products and make cards to send out? It depends on if you're a speedy stamper like me, or you need 3 months to make your cards. Yeah, you tend to get things like in a week. So I go from like that. And I think if you're making, like the cards I made today, you wouldn't go from one to the end and be done over and over. Anytime you're mass producing cards, you do one step and then one step, and it just keeps things more orderly too. You wouldn't believe it in my house, but it should in theory. But and then the finishing touch is the fun thing at the end when you're adding all the little details. So thanks to you guys for watching. Carlos says, fun. I can't stop making them. Wonderful. Oh, you're going to join me. These are my I'm making tons of birthday cards. I'm also realizing I need to use up my Christmas papers. And I thought I need lots of birthday cards. So I thought, so many of these perfectly fit for December birthdays. So it's just absolutely. Okay. Misty says, I work well under pressure, so I better decide which one to order. I work well under pressure too. I hate to say it, but I try to change, but I'm just not efficient unless I'm under pressure. Thanks, you guys. And we'll be touching base next week from most likely from Las Vegas, otherwise from here, and we'll have a normal schedule. But thanks, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. It's gonna be wintry here and then gorgeous again next week. I am loving this fall, and there are still gorgeous trees out here when you go for a walk. So enjoy the time.
Goodbye.
Bye.